my God, dude. Okay, you know what I was thinking? Okay, so since if you're having an awakening, so anyone who's not interested in spiritual stuff, like, it's okay. I'm not offended. Move on. So, when you're going through a spiritual awakening, it feels like everything that you thought you knew isn't true, right? So you start to realize that. You start to unpack that. You start to blah, blah, blah. And then if you want to evolve and you want to keep moving and you want to keep figuring everything out, you have to literally unpack and be willing to know that there are some things and people you're not going to be able to take. And having the courage to do that is one of the biggest, most strongest, most loving things we can do for ourselves. So I just wanted to remind you, it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to have a shift. It's okay to be scared shitless. It's okay to need your auntie. It's okay to not follow everybody else. Your nervous system, it's like we forget. Like our mind logically follows everything. So has anyone ever heard the story about the elephant? I've heard it so many different ways, where it's like when the baby elephant gets the chain tied to his foot so it won't walk away, his brain remembers it, and so they never have to hammer it in. They just put it around and then he remembers not to move, right? So if you think about us and we were in consumerism, capitalism, like all of that stuff, we're learning to go, wait, but our body feels so uncomfortable because we're scared shitless. We're going to get in trouble for not following. But see, what we also didn't realize is our packaging was so pretty. To be American is so amazing, right? And then now to find out that they did messed up stuff to us too, and then awakening to whatever you've gone through and whatever you're starting to believe in, or wherever you're at your spiritual journey, you start to feel these emotions where you're mad and you get pissed and you want payback and all of these things. And these are things we have to work through, right? But then we have to make sure we don't get mad and blame everyone. We have to make sure that we're like, well, I'm pissed because, and they and my parents, because they want us to do that so that we stay distracted. And I feel like saying you're distracted is like a taboo word, but the fact is that we all have been. Sometimes now I say to people, does it feel weird to you? Oh my God. And people will go, I have no idea what you're talking about. And I'm like, wait, what? You're not feeling what I'm feeling? But then I think about when I was young and I was living in LA and there was a war in Iraq and like all of these things. I still went to the Roxbury or did my things because I was ignorant to everything. I didn't know. My drama was so distracted in LA drama. Oh my God. And then getting traumatized by that trauma. So what I'm just saying, and what Auntie's trying to do, is open the dialogue and not feel weird about being really emotional and open on the internet. It's really hard and you do put yourself at risk, but you know what? We are all worth it because we have to stop being afraid to reach out to each other. By not reaching out to each other, they keep us divided. And by reaching out to each other, we become united, right? And it's united that we come to realize that we are so powerful. We are super powerful. Like we can heal ourselves, or we can talk to ourselves kindly. We can regulate our nervous systems. We can do all of these things as a daily practice. Look at me, I'm 55. It took me 55 years. Again, I'll talk about my 5 autoimmunes, my 34 surgeries, my 28 food allergies. Shall I go on? I literally almost killed myself from eating and drinking and having the time of my freaking life. Oh my God, I had so much fun. So what am I going to do? Am I going to be like, oh man, that, and be all upset. Shit, it's gone. I don't want to be distracted anymore. They took enough from me. They took enough of my time. I experienced it enough. I'm ready for some new experiences. Auntie is ready for new experiences. Let's not talk negative on our way down. Oh my God, I was negative Nancy. Like, I was a biatch. And not only that, but I was Judgy McJudgerson. And I was from Newport. And I Gan and San Clemente, and I'm from the SC, like a queen, and then I moved to LA. Oh, snap, crackle, pop, like, and then I find out I'm autistic, and then I find out I have ADHD, and shall I go on, right? So all of that keeps you distracted with the labels and say, okay, now what? Now that you know, what are you gonna do with it? We know what you had to do with it when you didn't know, right? So take the lessons, start to shift, and stop becoming your narrative. Andy wants you to just start thinking about it. Why are you thinking this way? You are hurting you more than the other person's hurting you. Because sometimes we find out and we get pissed that they weren't even thinking about us. I spent so many nights so stressed out and thinking, oh my God, I tortured myself. I am so grateful for that, Dina. She took it on so well for me, and I put her through a lot. So now I owe that Dina to take care of her now. So I'm learning, right? I'm eating healthy. I'm not putting myself down. Every once in a while, if I slip or whatever, I make sure it's very quick. It's just one meal. Auntie's learning. I'm just sharing the 27 years of therapy and clients and friends and relationships, situationship, friendships, everything. I'm just, without blaming anyone or anything, I'm just saying, let's discuss topics. Let's learn about it before we start judging about it. They taught us to get aggressive. So it's like, look, if someone is a jerk off and they're narcissistic or they're this or they're a liar or they're this, okay, that's what they are. And you know what's really amazing? I don't have to deal with it anymore. And if they choose to keep being that way, let them. They're gonna do whatever they want anyway, but they get power off of you feeding their ego. I'm tired. I want to feed my own ego. I just super cute. Look, any hot guys out there? Auntie D's looking smoking hot. See, that's how you talk to yourself. I'm not being vain. I'm just being kind to me. And I'm saying, hey, I noticed that you made an effort to look good today. And that's okay because I'm in a lot of pain today. So if I didn't make an effort to look good and I didn't make a video and I didn't feel good that maybe whatever I might put out there might help someone, right? But everyone's entitled to feel the way they want me feel. This is how I deal with my relationship with my pain. This is how I have had to learn through years of therapy and pain and more issues and the things I did wrong. And thankfully, I'm a positive person, but even I get in negative ways. So I'm saying it's okay to experience things and not put labels on it, especially if it's the first time. If it becomes something, then yes, of course, start getting help, but stop beating yourself up with something that you think might happen because of the way you feel. That person that you're putting that on doesn't have your same experiences. Stop blaming yourself. Let yourself be. One more little thing and I'll let you go. Auntie loves you and thanks for listening. Ciao.